Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chris here, and welcome to my quick response to Black Ops 4 community reveal that just happened. And now I'm going to try to go off with stuff I remember. I'm going to try to look at some stuff I see online on thesun.co.uk. Apparently has some stuff right here that I can reference. And just going to be talking about some things that I saw and what I like, what I don't like, and just my general opinions on it. So, first off, I was extremely hyped when it was coming out. I have not been this excited for Call of Duty in a while. I was very excited for World War II when that came out, or when that was coming out, because it was like a return to boots on the ground, but that was really the hype for me. I wasn't huge into World War II games back in the day, because I started playing Call of Duty in World at War and then Modern Warfare 2, so World at War was my main experience with World War II shooters, outside of like some old Medal of Honor games. But the whole World War II shooter thing was like nice. It was niche for me, but it wasn't exactly the biggest hype thing ever. It was really just boots on the ground. But now seeing Black Ops 4 with everything they had to offer, which I was stunned with how much stuff they were talking about. It's crazy. I mean, they have 3 zombies modes. You have the multiplayer, which had the return of the specialists again. It is boots on the ground, which is fantastic. I'm excited for that. There are some stuff. I know one of the characters, I don't remember who it was. Was it Ruin? I think it was Ruin, who had like a grappling hook, which was kind of interesting. When I first saw that, and I thought maybe it's going to be all grappling hooks instead, which would be interesting, but there's also still like the sliding mechanic, it seems like. And it seems like they're really focused on like objective and area control, which I think is cool, but I think that people could find a way to really stack character abilities and equipment to seriously lock down a point, to the point where if you're playing with an uncoordinated team or randos, you're not going to be able to take an objective because they have deployable shields. Pyro Dude has his like combustion dome thing that he has, and there's a whole lot of stuff that locks down an area, and I'm kind of afraid of how that can be abused if combined correctly. But still, I think if they have one thing, just so you guys know, this is going to be kind of scattered. I'm just kind of going off memory and whatever have you, and some stuff here. So it's going to be kind of all over the place, whatever I reference. But I feel like with a lot of the character abilities and everything, that they really need to make sure they have some medium to large size maps. If they have maps as small as the maps are in World War II, with all these point control based abilities, we're really going to have a problem with being spawn killed, and with not being able to even push forward an objective, not having enough flank routes, and not having a varying degree of options on how to approach a situation if the maps aren't big enough. So I am kind of concerned for that, but we will see on that, of course. Another thing that they showed was with like the operator mods and different weapon attachments, how you can have different attachments based on the type of gun. And I like this. I know it's not going to be like Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare style, like I believe it was Advanced Warfare, maybe, I don't remember, but one of the games had like super in-depth gun customization, which I am a person who really enjoys customization, and if I can make my gun my own, I'm very happy for that. And of course they have the Pick 10 system, so I wonder how they're going to incorporate perks with gun attachments and everything, how they're going to do that. If it's going to be like Black Ops 3 style, where you could just load up a gun full of all the attachments and carry almost no perks, if none at all. I wonder if it's going to be kind of like that, or if it's going to be gun attachments are going to be separate from the Pick 10, or if they're going to be a part of a perk, how you had like what was it, Bling in MW2 to carry multiple attachments. Maybe it's gonna be something like that. I don't know. I'm all speculating. Just so you guys are aware, I haven't dove deep into every single aspect of everything. I saw the live event. I've seen a couple people talk about it, but I have not done a lot of research yet into what all the perks are and stuff. So I will be speaking of somewhat ignorance, and I just watched the live event. That's my main point of reference, okay? So do not criticize me for not knowing every detail about everything, okay? Give me a break. I'm only human with my own life to live. But I do think it's pretty interesting how you can have certain operators have certain modifications they can put on guns, which makes me feel like there's gonna be a whole lot of balance tweaking when the game comes out, just as there always is in Call of Duty, but with the varying degrees of just customization and the amount of options that they're presenting with us concerns me, but excites me at the same time. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting was the health mechanic, how you now have to manually heal yourself. I think that's kind of cool, honestly. The sit and wait to recover thing it's you know, when Halo first really introduced that back in the day, it took the gaming world by storm, and I always thought it was a really cool feature. But I like this addition, how you can sit there and be at 2 bars of health and think, do I rush the corner and try to continue getting my multi-kill or my streak or whatever have you, or do I sit, wait, and heal for a second, then go in? That like 2 or 3 seconds it takes to make the decision and heal could be what gets you killed or what really rewards you. And I think that as long as they make it so you don't have a limited number of heals, that would be bad if you had like 3 times you could heal. Because if you're on a big kill streak or something and you've used up all your heals, then what, do you have to resupply? Do you have to wait for the other specialists to then give you more heals? Or how it's like, or is it just going to be infinite? Also, I wonder, are they going to have perks that speed up your heal process? Or maybe there's a perk that auto heals or something like that. I don't know. They could do some stuff with that to kind of mute that, to nullify it, or to make it really OP when you can just go and heal yourself in half a second. Because then you're just going to be mashing whatever, like left bumper or something like that, or left in the D-pad to just heal yourself over and over. People could attach that button to like one of their paddles on the back of their controller, and they could just quick heal constantly. So, I don't know, there again, with everything, there could be ways that this could be abused, but I am very optimistic on how this could go. I like this approach. Now, another thing let's talk about is the Battle Royale, which I'm excited for. I don't know what to tell you guys. I enjoy PUBG. I'm tired of Fortnite. I'm tired of seeing Fortnite everywhere. And PUBG is very fun, but it's also like an Arma type game where it's super clunky. It's super it's extremely clunky, it's glitchy, and it's not very smooth. The interface is not very user friendly. So I'm very excited to see how Call of Duty, the game that is amazingly polished over like 20 years, over the past decade of gameplay and refinement, how it's so polished and just nurtured. I want to see how well it's going to play in a Battle Royale setting, because that's one of the challenges of Battle Royale, especially in PUBG, is just how clunky and hard it is to play and how hard it is to adapt. I wonder how it's going to work. Another thing I kind of noticed when it came to just characters and gameplay in general, it felt like they did kind of take some elements from Overwatch when it came to like your hero's abilities. You actually do have a guy who's a medic who can heal your players, and you have guys who can like buff other players. They kind of like borrow from Overwatch, and that they are now affiliated with Blizzard. So I do feel like that's where the Overwatch confusion came into it. How it was going to be a hero shooter, but specialists are basically heroes in a sense. I mean, when you think about it. So, yeah, technically it's kind of a hero shooter, but I also kind of felt like it had some elements of Battlefield when it came to like resupplying your teammates and you guys actually, directly coordinating. So I'm okay to see it bleeding into have other franchises bleeding into Call of Duty's playstyle and being like an amalgamation of all these games. Instead of just being a standard arcade shooter, it's now a mixture of a bunch of stuff, and I'm definitely okay with that. Because the monotony of Call of Duty, it really does wear on you after a while. I think I'm 6th or 7th Prestige. Actually, I think I'm 7th Prestige in World War II, and it has really just been grinding. The only thing that's kept me playing that game is Shipment, because Shipment's just chaos and fun. So, other than that, I was bored of the game. I didn't touch it for months. So, hopefully there will be enough variety in the gameplay in general in Black Ops 4 to keep me fully engaged, me and my friends. Now, the thing with the zombies, I'm not a big fan of zombies. I used to love zombies. I played the crap out of it, but I got so tired of doing zombie objectives. I really am sick and tired of zombie objectives. So I'm sorry, but I'm not excited for zombies. However, I am intrigued at the fact that there's 3 different zombie modes or stories. You have the actual story that takes place in the Titanic. Then you had that like a Coliseum mode, which I'm very interested in that. That just seems like a horde like in this dome of just melee weapons and zombies. That seems like a lot of fun. I'm okay with that. And then you had that like you had the return to the old crew, which they didn't tease too much of it, but they said it's going to be very familiar. And I don't remember all the DLCs. I don't remember what the candle was supposed to signify. It looked like they were in a prison, and I don't remember what I have an idea of what the prison was. I have it in my head. I just didn't play it that much. Was that in Black Ops 2? I don't know. I really didn't play a lot of the DLCs. I didn't play any of the Black Ops 2 DLC. Even though I have the season pass, I never played them because I didn't have a team to play it with. And I just don't go for the Easter eggs. I'm tired of the Easter eggs. I do the first one with the base game that gets launched with it. I do the first Easter egg. After that, I never really go back and do it because by the time the DLCs come out, everybody's burnt out on doing the zombie Easter eggs because it's so tedious. So I really hope it's not going to be a crazy Easter egg thing as it always is, but I know it will be. So I'm not very hyped for that, but I am hyped to see the approach of the different. I'm very excited to see the ways that they're gonna branch off with zombies. So, and another thing, which is the campaign, how there really is no campaign, that they're gonna be weaving a narrative through all the modes. I'm okay with there not being campaign, but as an Xbox achievement hunter, I'm concerned about how is that gonna affect achievements. Are there gonna be multiplayer achievements in like actual PvP multiplayer? Are there going to be battle royale achievements? Is it going to be a lot of zombies based? Maybe they're going to do achievements in the way of like reaching 1st and 10th prestige, like in World at War, which I wouldn't really like. I'd be okay with a prestiging once achievement, because I think World War II did that, right? If I remember correctly, prestiging once, and then maybe have like the battle royale, which is like get to like the top 50, top 25, get to the top 10, win. Play in a full squad of 4 in Battle Royale or something like that. Zombies for just progressing throughout the main zombie story. Maybe not Easter egg stuff, I don't know. Survive X amount of time, kill X amount of zombies in the Coliseum. Go back and relive the past with the old characters. I'm excited to hear Steve Blum's voice again with some new dialogue. I'm very excited for that. And of course, we have Richtofen. I'm concerned about the achievements and really how those are going to work out. If they're even going to do a base 1,000, maybe with all these modes, they're going to have 3,000 gamer score. We've seen games launch with more than 1,000. We've seen Rare Replay. We've seen Halo Master Chief Collection. I didn't launch with it, but we have Killer Instinct. A bunch of games that broke that standard 1,000 baseline. Maybe Black Ops 4 is going to have 4,000 gamer score with across all the different modes. That would be a lot of replayability, because they did say that they want us coming back for months and years down the line to keep playing the game, so they're giving us so much stuff. Maybe they're going to have 1,000 points in every single game category. Maybe it'll count as separate games. I don't know, maybe Black Ops 4 multiplayer will be its own title listing in your achievement bar, and then zombies, and then whatever. I don't know. I'm speculating. I have no idea, honestly. That would be an interesting way to do it. I'm curious to see how they're going to do the achievements. I don't think they've leaked achievements yet. Let me check. Not that I see. As of today, which is the 17th of May, it does not look like they have leaked any achievements. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to handle that. So, but basically, yeah. Oh, another thing I was thinking about was the Battle Royale mode. They were talking about how you're going to get to, like, see all these old characters. We have, like, Woods and Mason and a bunch of the bad guys and everything. Like, all the characters throughout the game. Hudson, you're going to be able to see all them. I wonder if those are all going to be character skins in Battle Royale, because that's what I would imagine, right? You're going to be able to get a whole bunch of different guns, like a select handful of like 50 guns or something throughout all the Black Ops games that will be on the Battle Royale map, maybe something like that, and they will obviously tweak each gun to work for the Battle Royale mantra. But I wonder if each of the characters are going to be unlockable skins, is what I imagine. Who knows? I don't. So anyways, guys, that's really it. That's my initial reaction, my initial response for Black Ops 4, things I'm excited for, things I'm not excited for. And yeah, overall, I'm like an 8 out of 10 hyped for this game. I don't like using the word hype, but it really is hyped. I was getting like glassy eyes when I was watching some of the reviews, just like, this is going to be awesome. This is really the most excited I've been for a Call of Duty in a long time, outside of the initial feelings of a possibility of Modern Warfare 2 remastered, because nothing would ever beat that. But still in the news on that, by the way. So yeah, I am floored and overwhelmed with content, and it's being released a month early, which is good because that'll break the cycle, because a lot of games are released around November and September. So if Black Ops is being released in October, that gives us a month or 2 months maybe to play through the game before we get into other games that will be released. So that's awesome. I'm very excited that they would be releasing early, give us plenty of time to play the game before other games come out and kind of divide our time. One last thing, my biggest concern honestly about Black Ops 4 is going to be the population. I know it's going to be populated in its first month or two, and I know it's probably, considering it's Black Ops and considering it's Treyarch and considering how much people are hyped for it, I know it's going to be populated for a long time. But if you think about it, there's 3 different zombie modes. I'm sure all of those are going to have multiplayer search functionality to find teammates, find some randos. And then you have the multiplayer. And then you have Battle Royale. Battle Royale multiplayer is going to have all of its different game modes. Battle Royale is probably going to have 3 or 4 different types of modes with squads, duos, and maybe like a 50v50 like in Fortnite. You're going to have all these different, like 20 different ways to search for players online between all the different game modes. I don't know how all those playlists are going to be populated. That's going to be very diverse. And I know at the beginning, everyone's going to be everywhere. It's going to be sporadic. And I know in the middle of the multiplayer life cycle, it's going to be mostly deathmatch and search and destroy. I know it's going to do that, but I hope they don't introduce a bunch of new game modes, because those will not be populated after a month or two into its release. And the same thing goes for all the other game modes. You know, you're not going to be able to find a lot of players 6 months into its life cycle in certain game modes. So that I'm very concerned about, but I'm interested to see how it works out. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Check out the website above, linkinslegion.com, and become a Legionnaire today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.